Hi there, it's Sarah. I'm going to be filming my unlearning project. I'm so excited to finally be doing this and, finishing up for the summer. And yeah, so if you take a look at the visual I sent you, we can start all the way from the left. It says, acknowledge your privilege and destroy systems of oppression. I feel like this is a great takeaway from the class. It's one of the first things that we talked about, first things that we read about, and how to be anti-racist. Just pinpointing exactly what you have at your disposal. In my case, I was born here in America. I've always been a citizen. I was speaking English from day one. I'm white. And those are all things that we have to be aware of because it places us in society below or above certain people in certain ways, and we have to use that for the greater good. We have to destroy systems of oppression, like it says. And I feel very honored that someday I'll have a little bit more power and a little bit more strength because I'll be a teacher in a classroom of students, and I'm hoping to fight for them as best I can. And directly right to it, it says, "That's not my name." I'm pretty sure this is a book cover. This is something else that we talked about a lot in class that I definitely took away. I've never done this myself, but I've definitely had coworkers who I've seen who have shortened someone's names, mispronounced it, mixed it up with another student's name over and over again. They've never just completely renamed them. I found that so disrespectful. Yeah, at some point it does come down to respect and honoring that person's culture and family and appreciating them. And yeah, I mean, we should always be calling students what they were named at birth and what they want to be called and what their parents want them to be called. It's just a sign of respect. Directly next to that is an Indigenous American man and his tribe right behind him. They're right in front of what is now Mount Rushmore, but used to be called, I'm pretty sure, the Six Grandfathers. This land is his ancestors, their ancestors, and they used to go to that mountain a lot, and they honored it, and it was something very special to them and their culture. And just like a lot of things America's done, we've ripped that away from them. And this is a great visual of some of the stuff we learned in class about how we, destroy Native American cultures and we try to assimilate them and Americanize them. And there's a lot of things that we don't talk about in history that we should. And I hope that someday in my future classroom, I can make those things a little more prevalent and talked about and not just push them down and follow the teaks. Yeah, I definitely want us to be able to approach that and have real conversations. Right next to that is another visual, and it's a bunch of different women of different skin colors with different hair textures and types and lengths, and they all just say professional. This goes down to just discrimination in the workplace and how there's so many diverse people in your classes and your work and your peers and whoever. And no matter how they dress, what their skin color is, if they have piercings or tattoos, it's all the same. If it's not hurting me, it's not hurting you. Why should we care? I hope that we can find a way to move past this in society and not just have a clear-cut stereotype about what it means to look professional, whether that means short, clean-cut hair that's perfectly straight and no tattoos and all of that. I just hope we can move past that. That's the ice cream man. If you hear him, he comes every night. In the middle right there is pretty sure this is a protest. It says gentrification is urban colonialism. This is very true and it reigns true. I'm seeing it in my own community. I'm seeing it in Denton. I'm seeing it in the Colony. I'm seeing it in Dallas and Fort Worth and everywhere. Gentrification is a huge issue, and it's something that I'm sure a lot of my students are going to be struggling with, and I hope to be aware of that and be able to help their families and advocate for them as best as I can. And yeah, all the way in the left, this is the racist, assimilationist, segregationist, and anti-racist, kind of like visual theory type thing. And this goes back to Stamped and the first book we read, How to Be Anti-Racist, and how it's not just enough to be assimilationist or segregationist. You have to be anti-racist in society. You cannot just go with the flow. You have to put clear-cut boundaries down and stand up for what you believe in. And all the way in the right, it says calling in or calling out. That was something else from the first book we read. That really resonated with me because I've always found myself not to be someone who likes confrontation that much. I don't really want to go up straight to someone and be like, oh, you did this and that. I definitely find myself to be more of a calling in person, especially with children, and honestly peers and everyone that I work with. I feel like that was a great strategy that we learned about. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's it. Hopefully I didn't go too far over the time limit. I really enjoyed your class. Thank you. Bye.